And this is being recorded.
Okay, again, can you hear me?
Tell me.
Can you guys hear me? Hello.
Yes.
We hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Guys,
Okay, so
please mute until you're ready to speak. If you can all mute your phones until you're ready to speak.
okay, I just wanted to say something from Zion Amud Aleph. I don't know if Yisrael, if you discussed it or not, because it's just an interesting din. So when discussing when Hashem gets cast, right? So you said Balak knew about it. Yeah. So Taisus there says, how could he possibly had enough time to curse the Yidden if it's only a second of anger? Right? So he says, as long as you start from there, then it's okay, right? As long as he started the curse. So some poskim from that want to say that if you're holding by the end of Zman Tefillah, or Zman Kriya Shema, and do you have to finish Yishman Esrei by the end of Shkia, let's say for Mincha, or Zman Tefillah by Shabbos, you have to finish by, or do you have to just start? So they want to say from this Taisus that all you have to do is start. As long as you started, then that's continued. Then you can continue afterwards. Not everybody agrees with that, so I don't think you should rely on it. As long as you finish, as long as you start, then you can continue. Just like Bilam, Balak, I'm sorry. As long as he started his curse, then everything would work. Okay, ready? There's a lot to do. Nobody called Hashem Adon, the master. So he called him his master. Fine. After the only reason why Daniel was answered and saved was because of Avraham. Parrots, you could sing that if you want for the Olam, right? The Olam knows that this nigga what it is. Yeah. So it should be Lemancha, right? But it's Leman. Adoni is referring to that Avram referred to Hashem as Adon. Fine. Don't try and get somebody calm when he's angry. Now this is the same error we had on Amud Aleph, right? It was Rabbi Yochanan saying it there, b'shem. Right? Was it on Amud Aleph, right?
Yeah, it was on Amud Aleph.
It was Rabbi Yochanan b'shem. Anybody remember? That's how we got involved in this whole Gemara of the.
Here, second.
Rabbi Yossi.
Yeah. So Rabbi Yossi. So it's interesting that he said he heard it from two of his rebbeim. He heard the same members. So the Gemara is saying both of them. This is, by the way, this whole Amud here are members of Rabbi Yochanan and the name of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Nobody ever thanked Hashem until Leah came along and thanked Hashem. Hashem, now being moided to Hashem. She was that's when she had Yehuda, when she realized that she had more than, because there were four wives for Yaakov, and it should have been each one 3, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, and she ended up with more than her share, so therefore she thanked Hashem. Reuven, Amar Rabbi Losa. So now the Gemara is going to discuss that there are certain that names can have some sort of impact on what people do with their lives, which is a little schwer because there's something called you have breira, right? Your name is causing the way your life is going to be. Okay, Reuven, Amar Rabbi Losa, Amar Leah, Ru'u ma bein b'ni leven chami. Reuven stands for Ru'u ma bein b'ni leven chami. Look at the difference between my son and the son of my in-laws, meaning my brother-in-law. Dilu, meaning Esav. Dilu ben chami avagav demidate zavnei levechirusei. Even though he voluntarily, on his own das, sold his becharos to Siva, Yimkaros becharos Yaakov. Chazu maksive. Go see what he said about it. Yistom Esav es Yaakov, and he was upset at Yaakov. Maybe his name is Yaakov because he prevented me twice, one from the brachos and one from the bechor. Even though it was against Reuven's will that Yosef took away the bechor, because when Reuven switched the bed, so therefore the Bechor went to Yosef. He didn't get jealous of him. Reuven heard about it and saved Yosef from his brothers, right? Even though historically this might not have happened in the same order. So that's a shtickle of kasha. Okay, fine. Rus, where does the name Rus come from? My Rus, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Shazach Saviyatzimena Dar Dovid, I'm sorry, Shariyu, Sharives, Sharivuhu, the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, B'shiras v'sishpachas. Right, the name Rus is coming from that HaKadosh Baruch, that her descendant would be Dovid, who sang to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Minalan Deshma Garim. So how do you know that the name will cause things? Amar Rabbi Leah, Amar Krol, L'chu Chazim Afalit Hashem Asher, Some Shemes Varetz. Al Tikra Shemes Ela Shemes. Do not read it. Don't read it as Shemus, meaning destruction, other name, but read it as names. Okay. If somebody has a child who is not doing so well, meaning religiously, that's worse than the Muhammad's Gog and Magog. It says there's a mizmor to Dovid when he was running away from his son Avshalom, which is obviously a tzara. If a father's running away from the son, and he says, Hashem, how great are my tzaras? There's so many people standing up against me. Right? Why are the goyim coming and the nations coming empty? Maybe that's literal. But it doesn't say that I have many people that are how do you call it? Sorry, people that are antagonizing. Yeah. So therefore, you see that it was worse because he said Marabu Tsarai. Well, I don't mean it means pang, means tsaras. How great is his tzara? He says it when he's by his son Avshalom. He did not say it by Muhammad's Gog and Magog. Fine. Mizmor David Malchum Avshalom. It says a mizmor to David when he was running from his son Avshalom. Mizmor David Kina David. It should be from the word kinnis, which is a negative thing. What's the mashal in the Adam sheyatzalav shtar chayiv kaidim sheparo hayatziv la'achar sheparo sameach. Right, a person who finds out that he owes money, so before he pays it, he said, once you pay up the bill and you found the money to pay it, so then you're happy. Af kain Dovid kivan shamalei kodesh baruch hu hinei make malacha ram beischa. Since Hashem told Dovid there's going to be some bad coming out of your house, hayatziv, he was sad. Amar Shema Eved oy mamzer hu the loy chayes. Maybe it's going to be an Eved or a Mamzer who's not going to have Rahmanas on it. Even the Chazad Avshalom, who, since he saw that it was Avshalom, that was the issue. Sameach, Hashem Hachi, Amar Mizmor. He was happy, and that's why he said Mizmor, meaning he was expecting the worst, and he found that it wasn't going to be as bad, so therefore it's a Mizmor, which is a lesson in life for everything, which is always expect the worst. Don't have high expectations, and it'll be okay.
Wasn't he writing it while he was running away?
Why would David think he had a mom?
What?
Why would David think he had a mamzer?
Why would he think he had a mamzer? I wasn't sure. And if he did have a mamzer, wouldn't a mamzer be his kid?
In his house.
No,
he's saying a mamzer from.
So who cares if it's a mamzer? Right? I hear that. Jeremy, was that you?
Yeah.
Did I just lose it? Can anybody hear me?
I hear you.
I hear. I was wondering about the mamzer. I don't know.
No, because the point is that he's not me. He's not Lovid Bekal.
What?
There's no yichus there. Yes, it's his kid, but nobody can marry the kid.
Is that yeah? But why would he think that he's going to get attacked from him more than anybody else?
Attacked.
Well, I guess maybe I don't know. If he's a mamzer, so he's probably not a very happy person. Maybe
Who says that he was going to attack him? That was what I was thinking. Like, why is Avshalom better than having a mamzer?
Right. Yeah, I hear. Okay, good. You're allowed to start up with Rishayim in this world. Those that leave Torah and that praise a Rasha and Shomrei Torah can belittle them. This is unlike we were told to do at the Siyam Hashas, where we had to say hello to all the Rishayim over there and smile and say thank you and blah 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 blah. Yeah, Tani Nami Hachi. There's nothing to be read into that statement. No, but it's not. Whatever. People who are, whatever. You could start off with Rishayim. Yeah, Tanya Nami. That's what the Gemara thinks now. The Gemara is going to ask Kashas. Tanya Nami Hachi Rebbe the Stoiber of Ramos and Aimer Mutter Liskaris Bereshayim Ba'alam Hazeh Shenemar Oiz V'Tari Yalu Rasha Vim Lachshach Adam Loimer. If somebody's gonna Lachshach literally means to whisper. If somebody's gonna say Loimer V'Haksiv, what it says Al Tischa B'Mereim Al Tekari V'Oisei Avla. If don't start up with Mereim and don't have kina with Oisei Avla, meaning kina don't. It's from jealousy, but don't start up with them. Somebody whose heart is not in the right place, meaning he's nervous about starting up with the goyim. That's what he's gonna. That's how he's gonna translate the pasuk to say, "Don't start up with the goyim." When it says "al tischa b'mereim," don't be like the bad people. The way you read it is, don't be like the Oisei Avla, but you theoretically could start up with them. Right? Don't be jealous of the Chataim. Ki v'yiras Hashem kol yom. Just have fear of Hashem. Eini, it's not true. V'omer Rav Yitzchak, Risa Rasha Shasham Esachekas Lo Altis Gara. But if you see a Rasha who literally means the hour is smiling on him, then don't start up with him. Shenemar Yechilu Dracha B'chol Es. Lo Yoid El Shazaycha B'din. And not only that, but this Rasha is going to be Zaycha B'din. Shenemar Marim Mishvtecha Menegdoi. He's going to have great judgments. So basically, this guy's having it very well. This Russia seems to be going through very good times. So then don't start up with him. So you see, you shouldn't start up with him. Like one is talking about if you're starting up for your own personal reason, which means don't do it. But for Mili Dishmaya, if the Russia needs to be put in the right place, then you would be able to do it. Or they're both talking Mili Dishmaya. Like Kasha, one is talking about with a Russia he's having very successful time, so therefore if he's having a lot of success, don't start up with him. But if he's not having such success, then you could start up with him. You see that there's something that to mazel. People go through a mazel. You see it with sports teams. Sometimes you just see that sports team is gonna make it for whatever reason. The calls are gonna go its way, and they're just gonna be. That's, I don't know if that's a good mashal or not, but that's what I think. Or it's both talking about a Russia that's doing good, but like Kasha, now we're flipping it. The person making the macho against the Russia, if he's a tzaddik gomer, he could do it. If you're not a tzaddik gomer, don't do it. Right, it says, the pasuk says, why are you traitors? The baigid is a traitor. Why are we looking at a traitor who is swallowing the Russia swallowing the tzaddik? Right? Russia belay tzaddik, can a Russia be belay tzaddik? But Hashem layers venu the other. Hashem will not give up on the tzaddik. Nothing bad is going to do a tzaddik. If the guy is just a little bit more of a tzaddik than the Russia, then he'll swallow him. If he is a tzaddik gomer, he won't. Somebody who has a shomas achekes is different, and just don't go anywhere near him, which is a little bit the same teretz as the previous teretz. Okay, fine. Now we get it now to more halachas about davening. I would suggest maybe tomorrow, if tomorrow's daf is a little faster, I would suggest maybe we go through Siman Sadi in the Mishnah Brura, Shulchan Aruch, just to chazor. It's a very good chazorah, just to see the halacha l'maaseh that comes out of this. But either way, if you have a set place to daven, then your enemies fall under you. All the people that are his enemies are going to fall under him. And that's if something makom. That's if you have a place. In the pasuk it says, one pasuk it says that the enemies are going to stop causing you pain. And then it says that they're going to stop. They're not going to be able to get rid of you. In the beginning of the Beis Hamikdash, that's what Rashi says. I'm quoting Rashi, the 4 lines up. It was built that there was a Tanai was that there's going to be no more people bothering Klal Yisrael. But in the end, when they made a gezerah, when they did chatayim, so then they said, if you do tshuva, then there's going to be nothing. You're not going to be destroyed at all. Nothing going to happen. Okay. But the point is that you have to have a makom kavua to daven, which is that we had that before, a lot ago also, that you're supposed to have a set place to daven.
Shul or place in the shul.
So it should be both. It should be a shul and which nowadays we don't have. People don't stay in the same shul. And even in the shul, you should have the same place. Yeah. Being mishamish a Talmud Chacham is more than learning. Shenemar poi Elisha ben Shafat asher yotzak ma'im al yad Elio. Right, Elisha poured water on the hand of Elio. Lamad loy nemar. It doesn't say he learned with him. Ela yotzak. Melamed shegedai lo shimusha yasmin with this. So being mishamish is greater than learning. Now, being mishamish a Talmud Chacham doesn't mean to go, do his errands. That's not what it means. It means to hang out with him, and then you'll learn from hanging out with him how to live your life, not just to do things for him.
Doing errands for him, a gateway to hanging out with him?
Maybe in order to hang out with him, you got to do errands. Fine. But maybe he sends you on errands so you don't hang out with him.
Those are dry cleaners.
Yeah, so I'm related. My time is like Osi Malabe Knishta. It's Luye. How come Rav Yitzchak told Rav Nachman, how come you didn't come to Shul to daven? I'm related. I wasn't able to. I'm related. Why doesn't he gather 10 people and make a minyan? I'm related. So that's a tircha. Why don't you go tell the shliach tzibur that when it's going to come time to have a minyan, let them let you know when they're davening, so you can daven along with them even though you're at home. Yeah. So now what we learn out from that is, okay, let's do one more line first. Amalei my kula. What's all this? Amalei the Amar of Yochanan Hashem Meichai. My dirsev anis vilasi v'chos Hashem eis ratzon. When is it an Eis Ratzon? When the tzibur daven. So basically what the Gemara is saying, and the Gemara of Adizar says the same thing, is that even if you can't make it to minyan, you should at least daven at the same time that there's a minyan going. And it's, what do you mean? So there's minyanim going all day. So basically, it should be at the time that the minyan that you normally daven in. So when you're on a business trip, you have to daven Ma'ariv, so then you daven Ma'ariv at the time that a regular minyan is davening like this. You're considered part of them. Again, it's not something you should do when you're in town, but when you're out of town, at least do that. So then the question becomes: so if you're on the West Coast, do you daven and the minyan for Ma'ariv that you normally daven is at 10 o'clock? Do you do it at 7 o'clock in the West Coast because it's 3 hours before? That's when they're davening, or is it 10 o'clock in the West Coast too, which is really not at the time that they're davening? I'm not sure what we come out with that. I believe it would be 10 o'clock on the West Coast too, because Hashem doesn't have all these hour issues. So you do it at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is the time. Okay. If anybody sees otherwise, please let me know. Yeah? Are we clear? Fine. Rav Yosef bar Chanina Amar Mehacha Koyam Hashem Beis Ratzin Anisicha. Ravacha bar Chanina Amar Mehacha Hein El Kaver V'lo Yimas. Right? I'm sorry. The first before that, I didn't explain that pasuk. There's an Eis Ratzin. There is a time from that pasuk. Koyam Hashem Beis Ratzin Anisicha. I'm going to answer you at the Eis Ratzin. So when is the Eis Ratzin? That pasuk doesn't tell you that it has to do with minyan, but that's the assumption. Hashem does not get upset at big crowds, right? Not upset, doesn't get disgusted. Another song. With many, they are with me. Same Gemara, right? So therefore, we see that you're supposed. This is the makor for davening with a minyan. And Moshe Feinstein says it sounds like from here, and the Shulchan Aruch says it's just suggested. I forget what's the lashon. Yishtadel, I think the lashon Shulchan Aruch is yishtadel. You should try and daven with a minyan. To which the Pais can say, Moshe says is that yishtadel means that you have to, because who says that you're chashuv enough that your tefillas are going to be answered on your own? So therefore, you have to assume you're not. So therefore, you need to go with a minyan so that your tefillas will be answered. Yeah, Amar Kadosh Baruch Hu, Kolos B'Torah Gmilas Chasadim Espalim Atzirim Ma'ila Ani Alav Kilu Padani Li L'Bnimi Vein Umas Oilim. If you go to down with a minyan, I look at you like as if you are being paid to me and my son from amongst the goyim. Amar Shakosh Kami Sheyesh Beis HaKnesses Be'iroi Vein Enichlasam D'Spalim Nikra Shochin Rav. You have a Beis HaKnesses in your city, and you don't go to the daven, you're considered a bad neighbor. And also brought Shulchan Aruch. Shenemar Koyim Hashem Al Kol Shochnei Arayim Hanoigim V'Nachla. Asher Chalti es Ami es Yisrael. right? This it's Al Kol Sheichni Arayim Hanoigim Benachla. That all my neighbors that I gave them a nachla. Not only that, you consider a bad neighbor, but it's going to cause you to go to Golish. You're throwing them out from the land. But space Yehuda, and the house of Yehuda, I am taking away from them. There are many old people in Bavel. That's what they told Rabbi Yochanan. Tama, so he wondered, it says, in order that you will have long days, and your children will have long days, which means al-Adama ksiv. Adama means the land where Hashem promised us, which is Eretz Yisrael. So they should be having long lives in Eretz Yisrael, not in Bavel. Since they told Rabbi Yochanan that they get up and they go early to shul. This is why it helps them to live long lives. To go early to shul, so you should have a long life. So now we learned already that you're supposed to go to shul, and now we're learning that you're supposed to be from the early ones in shul. What's the pasuk? Asher Yodam Shemeli L'Shaked Al Talsoisa Yom Yom Lishmar Mezuzas Pisli Ksiv Basrei Yimoitzi Motza Chaim. It says that you should go and watch the doors of my mezuzah of my doors, and then it says after that, and you'll find life. Fine. You should go into 2 doors in a shul. Does that mean 2 doors? You should go in the shear of 2 doors, and then you should daven. There's 2 pshatim what it means 2 doors. Either because you don't want to make it look like you want to escape, so you don't want to daven by the door, or because there's a lot of distractions.
Go down in the back.
There's a lot of distractions when you down in the back. You look out the window. So so those are the 2 pshatim. What will be the nafkamina? How far in you have to go, right? If it's a sheer shnei psachim, I mean, if it's because you don't want to look like you're running out, so then you have to go at least that amount. But if it's just because you don't want to be distracted, so then there's an outer room, then maybe you wouldn't have to, right? Which the Bach says that you should make sure every shul should not have a door opening straight in from the street. There should be some form of hallway or something, so there will be less distraction. Yeah. Somebody want to say something? Okay. Everybody's quiet tonight. Everybody tired or something? Fine.
You really want me to talk?
What?
You really want me to talk?
Whoever wants to talk, sure, should speak in, of course. Anyways, how much time? How far in are we at? How much time so far?
Half an hour in.
Ooh, okay. I'm trying to go fast.
23 minutes. 23
Okay.
minutes.
All right, perfect. Now here this Gemara is right for you. Every person, every chassid should daven when he has this time, right? Now, what does this mean? When he finds this. What is mitzvah referring to? Isha. When you find a woman, you find good. But Marava, right? There's a famous Gemara said over by many, many Shevrachos. And Marava, kinasiv inish itza. When a man marries a woman, we say to him, Hachi. We say to him like follows: Matzah, I maitza. Did you find or did you find? Meaning matzah dichsev matzah isha matzah. Did you have a good wife? Me Hashem, and it will be the Ratzon Hashem. Maitza, or is it maitza dichsev maitza ni marmi mavis as isha? Then I found more bitter than death is my wife. Right? So that's what we asked the guy in Marava. The Marava, that's what they asked a guy when he got married. And how's he supposed to know the answer to that when he gets married? I don't know. Yeah. Fine. Matzah means Torah, which is the pasuk we said before. Fine, so there's 3 versions of what matzah means. There's 930 types of deaths in the world. This is what the gematria is. Kasha shebakulan askara. The hardest, the most difficult is choking. The easiest is the misas neshika, which is a person dies in the sleep. Askara dami kachizra bigvava da'amra. Nishra. It's sort of like a how do you say this here? Whoever has an art school could probably do a better job on this than me. It's like a ball of wool, right? And that's sort of like choking him, yeah, something like that. Or it's like a
That's similar to branches of thorns that are
okay.
ball of wool shearing.
And then it goes in the
Yanked
throat.
By someone in order to remove.
Was it a hairball?
Right? It sounds like a made out of thorns, something very not comfortable, right? And the kipituri befi veshet is some sort of ship.
Ropes.
The ropes of it, that it's like
tight holes.
You're trying to stick a rope into a tight hole, you're pulling it, so that's the type of choking. Okay. Neshika damya kamishcha benisa mechava. That's like pulling a hair out of milk. Okay, I don't know what kind of hair that is, but whatever it is, as smooth as that goes, then that's what misas neshika is. Fine. Rabbi Yochanan Amar Leis Matzazu Kvura. Matzah means this is a fourth pshat. Matzah that's Kvura. Amar Rav Chanina Mikra. It's a machtem like Gil Yasisu Ki Matzu Keva. Amar Rava fine. Amar Rava bar Rav Shila Hainu Damri Inchi Libai Inish Rachami Afilu Ad Zibula B'Straisa Shalom. A person should daven for Rachmanis until the last shovel of dirt goes over him. Yeah, so meaning what?
Daven if he's dead already.
No, you should daven when you're alive, that you should have peace up until that time, meaning that even the death should be easy, right? Mar Zutra Amar Leis Mitzvah Zu Beis Akise. Yeah, this is a Beis Akise. Mar Zutra's is the most. Yeah, you got to have a Beis Akise. Yeah.
Hold on, that's the last shovel is part of the Beis Akise part, or
The what?
the last shovel?
No, different Gemara.
That's to cover up the Beis Akise. No.
That's a different what?
It's to cover up wherever you go to the Beis
Oh,
Akise.
that maybe, but that's why it said it. That saved it for last. I hear that, Bob. Okay, fine. We used to learn in our houses, right? And we used to daven in the Beis HaKnesses. Kimin the Shemanu l'Adam Rav Chia bar Ami Mishmei Deula. That since we learned this memra that Hashem only has. What?
No, okay, good.
No, you're right. I did skip.
You skipped the last dot to dot.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm
Thank you. How come nobody copped that? Okay. Tell us something good. Hashem loves the Sharitin from all the other places. Hashem likes the gates where they're learning halacha, even more than the shuls and the besmerish. After the Churban, unfortunately, Hashem has no place to go, so the only place he goes is to the Dal Amas Shel Halacha. We used to learn at home and daven in shul. Then we davened where we learned, meaning since Hashem is always in the places that people learn, so it's best to daven there too. You're davening that Hashem should answer you, so Hashem is there. Rav Ami, this is why all the mashgichim say to the bachrim, you better daven in yeshiva, even if it's yechidus, which is something we'll get to, but davening in yeshiva is very important. Rav Ami Ravasi, afagav dahavalu tleisa be'knishta b'Tveria, even though there were 13 shuls in Tveria, so it's not just Barak where there had a lot of shuls. Leimatzlu ella beini amudi hechadav garsi, but they only daven between the amudim where they learn. It's greater if you work on something and the hana that you're going to have from that is more than Yerushalayim. Right? It says an extra b'toivlach, right? By Yerushalayim it just says ashrei. Here it says ashrecha v'toivlach. Ashrecha b'olam hazeh v'toivlach l'olam haba. It's praise for you in this world, and it's good for you in the next world. But it doesn't say the word toivlach by Yerushalayim. What's wrong?
To learn. Learning.
Anything that you get. I don't think it means specifically learning. I think it's anything. Well, it's referring to learning.
No?
Yeah. Well, it could be anything. It could be chesed too, I'm assuming.
What's ashrach b'toivlach? What do you have to do to get that?
You have to work on something. When you work on something and you're successful, then maybe even you're not successful. You work on something, right? If you're nene from your work, A person should always live near his Rebbe. When Shimi ben Gera was alive, his Rebbe was alive, he didn't marry Bas Pari. Batani al Yudor, it says don't live. Like one is if you're gonna learn from him, or meaning if you're gonna learn from him, so then you should live by him. But if you're not, then don't. Right? Stay away, because how, like Rashi says, better to be a shaygin than to be a mazid. If you're not going to listen to your Rebbe, then you're going to be by him. He's going to give you mussar. You're not going to listen, and then you're going to be worse off. Better to stay away than you don't know anything. Amar Avuna bar Yehuda, Amar Rabbi Menachem, Amar Ramami, Ma'ados Siv Oiz Hashem Yechlu Zeh Meniach Sefer Torah V'Yotze. This is halacha that many people don't know. This is halacha l'maisa. You're not allowed to leave a Sefer Torah and go out of shul. Meaning, when the Sefer Torah is out, you are not allowed to leave shul. Monroe felt that you're allowed to go out between aliyahs. What about between pasuk to pasuk? I don't know how that would work. Probably means back then when they had translators. So while he was translating, you can get out. Mao was in teku. Rav Sheshes mother ape begaris. Rav Sheshes turned away his head, his face, and he learned. As long as we're all being Isaac and Torah, I'm doing my thing and they're doing their thing. Fine. The shaila is what Rav Sheshes was. Did Rav Sheshes already hear Kriyas Torah or not? Right? What? Yeah. Okay. So the pasha says that he already heard laning. It wasn't shot that he was not listening to laning. Amar Rav Huna bar Yehuda.
Rav Sheshes was blind, no, and he was chayav mitzvahs.
Is that the pshat?
I don't know. I'm gonna try and see, but
okay, could be. I don't know. Amar Rav Huna bar Yehuda Amar Rav Ami. Yeah, the olam. A person has got to learn the parshas with the tzibur shnayim mikra targum. This is whether you do Daf Yomi or not. You still got to do shnayim mikra. Bafilu ataras v'divan. Even the words ataras v'divan shekolam masha, meaning ataras v'divan, like Rashi says, there's no targum for it. So do you have to say it 3 times? So that's what the Gemara is saying. You do have to say it 3 times. Shekolam masha parshas v'tzibur marichan la'yom v'shnosav. If you want a long life and long days, so you should be Ma'aber Sedra and finish with the Tzibur. Avivi bar Abai Savla Shamino the Parshasai the Kula Shat of Ma'ali Yom Kippurim. He wanted to finish up all the parshias on Erev Yom Kippur. Tana Lechia bar Rami Difti Ksiv Nisam Esnasich Seichem B'Tisha L'Chodesh Be'erev. You should cause yourself pain on the 9th of the month in the Erev. B'Tisha Masana, do we fast on the 9th? Fala B'Sar Masana, we fast on the 10th. Anybody who eats and drinks on the 9th, so then the pasuk says that says if you fasted on the 9th and the 10th. So because he makes you can't learn, you can't eat. He's going to be ma'aser. No, he's going to be ma'aser the whole Erev Yom Kippur. Then it means he's not eating. It's the wrong thing to do. Meaning you're supposed to leave shul to eat. You're supposed to leave yeshiva on Erev Yom Kippur. Yes, when you leave, you're supposed to leave Erev Yom Kippur to be eating. Your avoid on Erev Yom Kippur is not to be learning; it's to be eating. That's what it says. Yeah. So he thought he'll do it earlier. You shouldn't make it earlier. You shouldn't do it later. I mean, you should finish it every week. You should be careful to finish the tzibur with the mikra. Just hold on 1 second here. Right, so this toisves yashem peshiyosvim tzibur, right? So when does it start? So toisves first says it really starts from Mincha and Shabbos, because that's when we start reading the next week's parsha. So you can really start on after Mincha Shabbos afternoon. There are those that disagree with that.
Once they land the parsha, right?
Yeah, but not everybody agrees with that, right?
You mean after you daven or after this month for Mincha?
What?
After you daven Mincha or after the
after the Zman of Mincha, but there's chilukei days with that too, right? Then the Tosfos says that Rebbe told his kids that before he was nifter a few things, and one of them was that they should not eat Shabbos morning until they finish being Ma'aber Sedra. Right, a meal, and that's what Tosfos says. A meal, but if you do it after you eat, it's also okay. But mitzvah min mubchar kaidem achila. That's Tosfos says the mitzvah min mubchar to do before you eat. You would think that the mitzvah min mubchar should be that you should finish being Ma'aber Sedra before they read the Torah so that you should understand what's going on, but that's not what the way Torah says. This is the way it passes in Shulchan Aruch that you should mitzvah min hamilchah to be done by the Seudah. Okay, fine. Then he said to him, V'yizar, back in the Gemara.
Maybe they ate before davening.
What?
Maybe they ate before davening.
Maybe they ate before davening. Yeah, maybe.
It was a bar park for Shabbos. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Then they use the Erev over there too now.
It depends what time they daven.
Even some people drive.
Participant has joined the meeting.
Yeah. Fine. Bye. Be careful with vridin. Rabbi Yehuda, now Rabbi Yehuda, I'm an achi yishchadas of vridin. What?
What's vridin?
Vridin is the how do you take vridin?
Here. He's already vridin.
Vridin literally means
Go, Arch Go, people.
Vridin means literally it means what?
It's a rose, essentially.
Vridin means
Participant has left the meeting.
What do you call it? A vein. A vein.
Some type of vein.
When slaughtering fowl,
You got to make sure you do it shechted properly.
Translate Veridin.
That's what it is. Okay, Vridin means veins, literally. Rabbi Yehuda, the Tanner Yehuda, you have to make sure that you shecht it totally, right? All the blood should go out. And be careful from an elderly person who forgot his Gemara because he was an Einus.
Connection to the Gemara before.
This is no connection. This is what he told. This is what. There's no connection. This is what Yeshua and Levi told his kids. 3 things. Yeah, I think it's 3. Right?
Oh, do finish the thing. Bezrais Veridin. What's the third? Okay.
And then Zor Bezakin Shog Talmudim Machmas Einsai. Be careful from a zakin that forgot his Talmud because of his an Einus. Tamrina Luchas Shivrei Luchas Menachas Ba'aron. Because it says that the luchas and the broken luchas, even though they were no longer working, obviously they weren't the luchas, they still put them into the aron. So meaning, don't think that the guy lost his Torah, he became senile. Let's say, don't think that you treat him like a oisvarf. He's not. You have to be careful. When you cut up meat, don't cut it in your hand. Just plain and simple sakana. You cut meat in your hand. It's you might cut off your hands. Because it's disgusting. Don't sit on the bed of a aramis, a goy. Don't go behind the shul when the shul is davening. We'll see that soon. All it means is don't go to sleep without kriya shema, like we learned last week. Right? So it means like it's a goyish bed, meaning there should be some Yiddishkeit in your bed. Don't marry a guy, meaning a giyaris. Aramis mamish means an actual aramis. So because of the story of Rapapa, also lagabi aramis. And she brought him a bed. And she said to him, "Sit down." I'm not sitting down until you pick up the bed. And they picked up the bed, and they found a tinaik that was dead. So obviously she was trying to get him. So don't sleep on the bed of an aramis. What was Rapapa doing near a bed of an aramis? So then the background to that is where he came to collect money. Right? Fine. I know of a Maisa where a from guy was collecting and had to go to a guy and then ended up not good things. Yeah. Don't walk behind the shul when they daven. You're not allowed to walk past the shul when everybody's davening. Why? Because it looks like you're not goyrus the davening. So we can see from the next Gemara that this doesn't really apply nowadays. If there's another, that's only if there's one door to the shul. But if there's another door to the shul, then you may. People are going to think, oh, he's not going in this door, he's going in the next door. But if there's another shul in town, people are not going to think that you're not keeping the religion. They think you go to another shul. Which is, by the way, why it's not good to go to multiple shuls, going back to the previous Gemara, because like this, nobody knows if you're okay or not. If you bounce around from shul to shul, how does anybody ever know if there's something wrong in your life? You know what I mean? If you go to the same shul, you don't show up a few days, people ask about you. And the same thing with shidduchim and if people need jobs, if you bounce from one shul to another, nobody knows who you are, nobody knows anything, right? So nobody's keeping track of you. Right? It's also talking about where he was not carrying a load, and he's not running, and he was not wearing tefillin. But if we have any one of these three, then there's nothing wrong, because again, people are going to say that you're not just stiffing the shawl. Fine. Tanya, Amar Rabbi Kiva, I love the Madai people, right? The Midi, I don't even know how you say it, Midia, it's whatever. When they cut the meat, they only cut it on the table, not on their hands, like we were saying before. Like Chassidim, they don't kiss, right? Chassidish men do not kiss each other at weddings. They just, if anything, they'll kiss the hand or the svarim, but they don't kiss each other more than that. When they talk, when they give eitzes, they only do it in the field. When they went out to the field to talk, so that people won't overhear their conversations. I love the parsim for three things. That's their tznuah when they eat, and their tznuah in the vesakise, tznuah b'davar acher, and when they have relations, they also are tznius. When it says I'm tzavisi l'mikdashai, it's referring to the parsim hamikudashim l'zam l'gehenim. They're hektish to Gehenim, meaning that they're bad. Right, the halach is like Reuven Gamliel. Tani Hashem and Yechoyim Apam Shadam Karakush Mashtepam Belayla Achas. Kodim Shiav Lana Shachar V'Achar Yala V'Achas. I'm sorry. Achas Kodim Shiav Lana Shachar V'Achas LaAchas Shiav Lana Shachar V'Yotze Ben Yidei Chavasei. Achas Shayoy V'Achas Shalayla. Meaning, a guy, instead of having Mincha Ma'ir, like we have, this guy was doing a Ma'ir Shachas, right? So he could say Kriya Shema twice in one night, once before Amud Shachar, one after, and he's Yotze Ma'ir and Shachas. So the Gemara asks, "Hagufa kasha." This is itself a kasha. Amar pamim she'adam kairat kriya shema shtei pamim belayla. Amar la'achas she'al ram shachar layla. You calling it layla? Other tana yotze ben yidei chavazei achas shel yoyim v'achas shel layla. Amar yamamahu. Meaning, you're saying that he's doing it twice at night, once before alois, once after alois. Right? Mashma that it's night, but then you say, but he's yotze his day. So is it day or is it night after alois? Meaning alois is, we call it dawn, right? So it's just a steer in the Gemara, whether after Alois is dawn or is it night. So really, it's considered night. But the reason why we call day, because there are some crazy people who get up at dawn. So because of that, so we can call it day. What? Yeah, but you would be Yatsi Krishma, yeah. But this is not Lamaisa. Then that's similar Gemara, but with net. Some of Acha Barachin, Amar Bishua Melevi, Halacha Rav Shimon Yochai, Halacha like Shimon Yochai. You could demasti law the Rav Acha Barachin, Ahad the Tani Rav Shimon Yochai, Amar Mishum Rav Kiva Pa'amim, Shalom Karakiyush Mashtepam B'Yom, Achas Kaidam Netzacham, Achas Lachar Netzacham, V'Yatz Ben Yidei Chavasei, Achas Sheyam, Achas Shalayla. Right, the person can read Kriya Shema once before nets, one after nets, and if he Yatza his chayv of Kriya Shema of the day and of night. Really, it should be V'achas Shalayla, V'achas Shayam, right? Because the night one is going to be first, and then the day. Okay, Hag, but the Gemara says the opposite. Hagufa Kasha. Amre Pamim Sha'adim Kaira Kriya Shema Shtei Pamim B'Yom Ama Kaidam Netzacham Yamamahu. You see before nets is day. V'Hadatani Yatza Beni Day Chavase Achas Shalayim V'achas Shalayla Ama Lelyu. Loi Loilam Yamamahu V'Hayde Kaira Lelyu Dika Enshi Degana B'Hisha. There are some people that do sleep at nets. Here it's mashma. Everybody's up by nets. There's just some people that are sleeping by nets. Right, obviously times have changed.
They went to sleep when it was dark. When it got dark.
Right, that's the way it was.
Nobody went to sleep at 12.
Correct. So Amar Rabbi Achab Rabbi Chanina Amar Rabbi Shua ben Levi Halach Rabbi Shimon Sham B'Shum Rabbi Kiva. The law was like Rabbi Shimon by Yochai, who said the name of Rabbi Kiva. Amar Rabbi Zera V'Vachla Yemen Hashkivenu. That's as long as he doesn't say the pasuk of Hashkivenu. Right.
Why?
Meaning he shouldn't say Hashkivenu, because how you say right? How you saying Hashkivenu if you're going to be good to your Shachris one right after that? Right? Meaning, don't say Hashkivenu. It sounds like he holds it, not holds, but you're up for the day. So how are you saying the bracha Hashkivenu? Let us go to sleep.
So he went to sleep, got up, daven Marv, and then Shabbos.
Correct.
He went to Shemesh Shabbos.
Whatever it is, yeah, that's what it is. So Ki Asa Rav Yitzchak Bar Yosef Amar. I just to the two dots. Ki Asa Rav Yitzchak Bar Yosef Amar Hadu Rabbi Achab Rabbi Chanina Amar Rabbi Shmuel Levi La Beferish. It was not Beferish. Ela Mekhalit, when it was learned out from a rule. I mean, he didn't come out and say that that's what it is. Dahu Zuga, the Rabbanon, the Shtakar, Hilula, the Braid, Rabbi Shua ben Levi, right? There was a couple of Talmidim who got drunk at the Rabbi Shua ben Levi's son's chastana, right? So that happens too, happened back then too. Also, Kamed Rabbi Shua ben Levi, Amr Kedai, Rabbi Shimon Lismachla b'shas atchak. He's Kedai to be Simon b'shas atchak. That you can be yaitze both. Right? Meaning they fell asleep and then they didn't wake up till Amud Shachar. So they wanted to know, can we be yaitze Kriya Shema of Ma'ariv and Shachar? He said b'shas atchak you could be Simon on Rav Shimon bar Yochai.
Until what time can you be yaitze the Kriya Shema of Leila?
Till what time? Well, Amud Shachar Meikar Adif. But here he's saying we can do one and one. Anyways, okay. I hope that was some sort of clear. We'll try to do it a little fast. Any ha'aras, anybody? All quiet. Anybody there?
When do we start? Is this still a guy thing or start?
You have to unmute yourself if you want to be heard. You have to unmute yourself.
This was Geshmak. We got to do this more.
Tomorrow night, I would like to maybe go over. I think we pretty much finished the Gemaras of Siman Kuftzat. Tomorrow night, it's a little shorter daf.
We have our next mission.
Maybe we could do.
Maybe Sunday want to start a little.
What time are we doing tomorrow night?
What?
9:30 tomorrow night.
Whatever the Islam decides.
30 sounds good.
I haven't seen my shots actually.
All right. Well, Bez Hashem by you then.
And I tutor, so.
All right. That was pretty quick, Abba. Again?
To see my shots on a week. A week seeing my shots.
Bye.